Welcome student in our virtual classroom. This is the 30th lecture of engineering mechanics and we are discussing the three-dimensional motion. And the last class I have discussed the precision and today I am going to discuss gyroscopic motion that is also based on precisional technology. The gyroscopic motion that is used in the navigation or directional change and to observe the angle of any flight motion. Say a flight is tending to move left, right, up, down. In that case, the gyroscope helps to measure the angles. Now let's follow the lectures.
So these are the construction of a gyroscope. The spin axis, and this is the spin axis and this is the disc. This is also termed as the rotor. Generally, the rotor has high mass moment of inertia. And the rotor is rotating about this spinning axis with very high speed. Now, this is attached with this circular disc type object called gimbal. Generally, 2 or 3 number of gimbals are there in a gyroscope. It is the inner gimbal here and it is the outer gimbal. These gimbals also can rotate freely about an axis. The inner gimbal can rotate an axis from this point to this point. If we draw an axis from this point to this point, then this inner gimbal can freely rotate about this axis. And it is connected with the outer gimbal. Now outer gimbal can freely rotate about this axis. And the outer gimbal is attached with a frame, static frame. So finally, we are getting 3 degrees of freedom of the axis. Axis itself, it can rotate about, the disc can rotate about this axis. The inner gimbal can rotate about this axis and the outer gimbal is about this axis. So finally, the spinning axis can move in any direction, can rotate in any direction, though the frame is static. So this is the conception that we are using in aerospace, so that after spinning this at very high speed, irrespective of the motion of the aircraft, this axis is remain also in the same direction. Means it is not rotating along with the frame. This wheel is very important part here. It is also called, this wheel or rotor also called flywheel. The gyroscope uses the conception of precision. We know that the torque applied is equals to dH by dt, or torque causes the change of angular momentum of the body. Here we will treat the angular momentum of the rotating axis, rotor. or gyroscopic flywheel. Now, to understand the conception or mechanism of a gyroscope, we'll take the help of the spinning of a top that I have discussed in last chapter. So again come to that discussion. Here we know that a spinning top, if a torque is working on the spinning top, then the axis of the spinning top is rotating about a radius like this. Then consider two different situations. We know the relation between omega p and omega s, where omega p is the precessional angular velocity and omega s is the spinning angular velocity. From here it is clear that precessional angular velocity is inversely proportional to the omega s or spinning angular velocity. Now, the two situation is, in both the cases the torque applied or working torque is same, this T and this T, by magnitude and direction. Now when the spinning top omega s is very high, means the angular momentum is also very high. And in this case, spinning omega s is low, so the angular momentum is also small. Now if we draw this diagram, then we also have discussed in the last chapter that the torque causes the change of momentum, and due to this the change of angular momentum in this direction is equals to same as the torque. It is the total angular momentum, and change of angular momentum is along this. Now whatever change of angular momentum is there in that case is same for both, as torque equals to change of angular momentum. So in both the cases, as torque is equal, so change, this is the change of, I repeat, this is the, along this direction, this is the change of rate of change of angular momentum, and this is the total angular momentum, initial condition of angular momentum. Now comparing those two situations, we are getting that for the first case, when omega s is small, in that case it makes a very bigger angle theta 1 compared to this one. Or for the high speed, when the spinning top is rotating at very high speed, it makes very negligible angle here with the z axis or vertical axis. It indicates that at high speed, though same torque is applied, but still the spinning top remains vertical. So this technology is used, this mechanism is used in gyroscope. So this is the gyroscope, and it is the spinning axis, and the rotor is rotating about this axis. Now the angular moment direction is this, and when it is rotating at very high speed, then if the airspace is connected with this one, though it is changing its direction, means some torque is applied on the structure, but the torque applied here is negligible compared to this angular momentum here, and so it produces very small or negligible angle with the vertical. Means this axis is rotating with small radius or negligible radius here. Means this radius is negligible then, and then this makes almost vertical. So what is the condition? Condition is we have to select a particular high speed of this spinning top. Not only the high speed but also with high mass moment of inertia. So these are the two conditions. So from the video also we have seen that the axis is almost not rotating, though the flight itself is rotating. Flight rotating means this outer structure is also rotating along with the flight. But as this axis is free to rotate in any direction, then it is not rotating. So why it is not rotating? It is definitely there is a relative motion between these axes and the inner gimbal and outer gimbals. But finally with the structure there is no rotation. With the structure, irrespective of rotation, it is in vertical condition. So what is this? Two important properties: rigidity. Rigidity is the structural stability, so that irrespective of the motion of the flight, it will remain vertical. It will not rotate. But another thing is the precision. Precision tends to move right in rightward direction when we are applying a force. As in the last slide I have told you, due to the application of the torque, there will be a slight deviation of the axis, and this slight deviation is balanced due to this free motion, due to this presence of the mass moment of inertia and high speed.
Let's see how a gyroscope is working practically with a flight. Here a helicopter is shown. The gyroscope is attached with the helicopter, and definitely the gyroscopic figure here is magnified. The axis of the gyroscope, let's consider initially it is vertical, but as the spin speed is extremely high and with high mass moment of inertia of the disc, so irrespective of the rotation or tilting of the flight, always the axis of the disc is remains vertical, and hence with respect to this spin axis to the body, we can measure the angle of inclination of the flight.
Now I will discuss a numerical solution based on a gyroscope. Here, the dimension and the mass of the gyroscope that is given, we have to find out the precessional period of the gyroscope. Now, as the mass is given and the radius of the gyroscopic rotor is also given, so we are having one using this, it is a shape of disc, and for the mass moment of inertia of a disc is half mr square. We have proved in kinetics of a rigid body, so we are calculating this. Now, omega s, spinning angular velocity, is equals to 2 pi n, rpm that is given, so we are getting 125.66 radian per second. Now we have to calculate the precessional angular velocity, that is equals to omega r by I omega s. That also we have derived this equation. Now substituting all these values, we are having omega p equals to 3.12 radian. You notice that compared to this omega s, this precessional angular velocity is very small. Now we have to find out the time period, means for one revolution in the precession, means about the vertical axis, the rotation of spinning axis, it takes how long time. That can be calculated by this formula. It is a very well known formula. The time period equals to 2 pi by angular velocity. Here angular velocity of precession is 3.12, so substitute there. So this is the time period for precession, that is equals to 2 seconds, and that we have obtained that this omega s is very greater than larger than omega p. The references that I have used to prepare this video is given here.
Okay, student, this is all about gyroscopic motion, and in the upcoming lecture I am going to discuss the rolling coil mechanism. Means when a coil rolls, then what's the velocity, acceleration of this. I will expect that you will also follow the subsequent lecture, and I am requesting you to make comments if you have any doubt, or if you think then some more modification is required in the lecture. Thank you for your patience and listening carefully the lecture. Thank you.